How many of you, it's your first time here ever? To those who are here, it's your first time, we thank you for being here. And Ted, put your arm down, please. We appreciate y'all coming and supporting what is the largest reunion of professional wrestlers. And those who refereed, announced, or been in the business of professional wrestling. Ted, I think the parking lot needs security. Thank you. We want to take just a couple of moments to recognize a couple of people. Of course, Smitty here, the mighty Yankee, inducted last night into the Hall of Fame for those who weren't here. And for those on the Gulf Coast, they remember very well the guy walking out going, well, 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 our own Marcel Pringle as well. Woo! And of course, sitting over at the table with Smitty and his wife today, Ann Vaughn, Rip Tyler's wife. Been a couple years since I've seen her here, and it's wonderful to have you here again, Miss Ann. And for those of you that don't know, when all this started 20-odd years ago, Miss Ann and Rip were an integral part of getting this started here for us. And it has morphed from, what was it, Miss Ann, about 10 or 12 people the first year? It has morphed into what it is today. Thank you for your dedication to the reunion. Also, if you have not seen Buddy Burke, to give him your address and a good phone number. One of the issues that the Board of Directors has faced is we have bad addresses on some people. We want to make sure that we can get newsletters out in a timely fashion, keep you abreast of any changes that may happen as far as location goes. Yes, Miss Ida has leased the racetrack. No, it hasn't been sold. We don't know where we will be next year, but we will be in Mobile, Alabama for another Gulf Coast Wrestlers reunion. But we need to get information to y'all, and face it, you can have a board of directors, you can have whatever you want, but without each and every person here, we don't have a reunion. So we're going to do our jobs a lot better next year and keep y'all better informed. So please see Buddy Burke if you haven't seen him already. So with all that out of the way, let's really start this reunion the way we need to start it. On behalf of the Board of Directors, let me welcome you to the Gulf Coast Wrestlers Reunion. I have the honor and privilege to stand before you today as your MC, Master of Ceremonies. My name's Elliot Wiggins. There are some traditions that started here that I remember back years ago, and they're traditions that we need to keep, I think. And what Carl's doing, he's going to set up a chair as we read the names of the brothers and sisters we lost, to remind us that one day it could be us. Every year, for the few years I've been here with the honor to MC this, some of the words of some of the people that I looked up to ring true. Look around, folks. Look around, all of you. Look around right now. There's people that weren't here 3 years, that were here 3 years ago that are no longer with us on this earth. 2 years ago and even a year ago. Everyone here lost somebody that they knew that they were close to. Maybe they were in the ring with them. Maybe they just knew them, they were a mentor to them, or the person mentored them, but they're no longer with us. We want to pay honor and respect to those people, because those are the men and women who paved the way for little peons like me in this business to get a chance. For others in this business to get a chance. Without them, we would not know professional wrestling for what professional wrestling is today. The other thing is look around at the talent that is assembled here today. I look at one table over here with 3 ladies, and there's enough experience right there to start 14 different promotions just for women. Susan Green, Tony Rose, Joyce Grable, damn, y'all were good, and still are. And I'll take that payoff a little bit later for that. I look around, I see Ranger Ross back there. I see Porter over here. I see Smitty. I see Jim Powell in the back. Folks, there's enough talent in this room that back in the heyday, back before they say kayfabe died, Vince ain't got nothing, okay? Because it's sitting right here. What we'd like to do is pay honor and respect to those that have passed away this year. Again, many of them were close to us. I lost several people myself. We honor those people, ringing a bell 10 times for them as the names are read. Sure, some years we could ring it 10 times each, because there were just a few names. What is it, Bobby? 81 names this year?
About 70, I think.
Okay, 70 names. We'd be here all day. So what we would like to do right now is pay our honor and our respects to those who've gone on this year. As they open the curtain, you will see an empty chair. You will see what an old dressing room looked like, minus the people. And this is in honor of them. If y'all can go ahead and open the curtain. And Bobby Simmons, if you would please come up. And this is the hardest thing every year for me, as it is for a lot of people. And I'm so glad that Bobby can do this, and I'll be here if you need me.
You was talking about how great those women were. I was in the ring with all 3 of them. I guess I did all right too, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
A chair, a jacket, an old suitcase, a pair of boots, some old high school gym or big arena somewhere, and we all prayed we had a shower and maybe hot water. Something we all loved, just as these people did. I hope I don't mispronounce any of the names. I'm going to do my best. And bear with me. Matt Anoe, Chad Adams, Jose Alba, Nicole Bass, Ron Bass, Chandler Biggins, Michael D. Avanzo, Bobby Dean, our own Gulf Coast Tom Drake, Bud Ellis, Vic Faulkner, Tony Francis, Kenneth Fulgram, Supernova Luis Gabriel, Chavo Guerrero Sr., Smith Hart, Bobby Heenan, Lee Hindy, again from our own reunion, Diane Von Hoffman, Golden Iron, Kenneth Jackson, Dallas James, Billy Jenkins, our reunion's own Jimmy Burhead Jones, Rhubarb Jones, Tom Jones, Rex King, Ivan Koloff, Stan Kowalski, Lonnie Lane, Richard Lindsay, Mike London Jr., Jeff Milanowski, Dale Mann, Felton Mathis, Benjamin Mora Jr., Joshua Luke Morris, Elliot Murnick, Bucky Palermo, Judith Poffo, Mr. Pogo, Glenn Post, David Shannon Reimer, Tiger Joe Robinson, Ron Rossi, our reunion's own Lance Russell, Han Schroeder, Logan Scott, Larry Sharp, Hurricane Smith, Jimmy Snuka, Doug Summers, Tommy Soto, Dennis Stamp, Ron Starr, George Steele, Eddie Steinblock, our reunion's LaVon Stone, Bob Sweetan, Tony Taylor, Ricky Villian, Colton Walker, Otto Wands, Buddy Wayne from our reunion, Timothy Well, Jay West, Doyle Wiggins, Rob Weissman, Buddy Wolf, Tom Sink, Big Jim Yan. And if I may add one more name, who never wrestled, but she was responsible for me getting to go to the matches when I was a kid. My mom, Margaret Simmons. If I could get you as quietly as reverently as you can to stand to your feet. Let's start bell man, if you would, very slowly, to give us a 10 bell count, please.
You know, we give out awards every year to different people for different reasons. Our Iron Lady recipient this year, Louise Smith, Charlie Smith's wife. Our Horizon Award winner is voted on by you, not the board of directors or anyone else. It is someone that Gary Johnson knows very well. And what we would like to do is just let you say a few words about the recipient. I know you're going to accept it and on his behalf and everything, but say a few words about the person that he is, and as you accept the award for him, okay?
When we first started the American Wrestling Federation. Since then, he's trained and he went into service later where he lost his arm. And he still wrestles. That boy's got heart. And he also got a Purple Heart. And there's nobody, I mean, he's just good. He had a natural talent for it when he first got in the ring. And can't say nothing else no better than for the Wonder Boy. And I know that he'll be here next year.
He's got the award for you. For the Wounded Warrior, the Horizon Award winner, as voted on by you, the membership. You've been around this business how long?
Well, I started, probably back in the late 70s, I started got into it.
Late 70s, you set up rings, drag rings, do whatever. You started refereeing. You've managed. You've done a little bit of everything. The reason we wanted you to stand up here for just a moment, and let me have this, is because we'd like to give to you our Referee of the Year award. Very fitting and deserving. So now it's your turn to talk about Gary for a minute.
I wish Fargo was here to see this.
Amen, Gary, don't you?
Then I moved from Tampa up to Chipley, Florida. Then I met, and he gave me my first spot, and I'll never forget it. Frankie Kane gave me my first refereeing spot. I didn't even have a ref shirt. He told me to wear a black pair of pants and a white t-shirt, and that's what I wore. But if it wasn't for those guys, I wouldn't have ever got into it, and I love it. But I appreciate this. I do wish. Yeah, y'all got me.
The next award we'd like to give out is a Legends Award. The person voted on and nominated for the award this year is someone many of us here know. Many of us have been afforded the opportunity to be in the dressing room with him and are in the ring with him. And truly, 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 he was one of the best, or is one of the best. Georgia native, he was a natural athlete. After a career in law enforcement, he played some professional softball until an old friend named Robert Fuller helped him enter the world of pro wrestling. He started in the smaller towns in his home state, but ventured into the Carolinas. His first taste of a championship came in '78 when he won both the Louisiana and Mississippi titles for Bill Watts' Mid-South Wrestling promotion. In the '80s, while working in Knoxville, his long association with Robert Fuller took root. While in Knoxville, he held the Southeastern Television title, as well as the tag team title with his cousin, Mike Stallings. In '80, he relocated to the Gulf Coast end of the Southeastern promotion and won the United States Junior Heavyweight Champion. He would go on to hold the title 4 times, and on January 27th, '81, he defeated Les Thornton to win the NWA World Junior Heavyweight title. In the summer of '81, unable to get a title match with U.S. Junior Heavyweight Champion Stan Lane, he donned a mask and took on the persona of Mr. Olympia. It was then that his career hit its zenith. As Mr. Olympia, he would go on to hold the Southeastern Heavyweight title, Alabama title twice, the North American Heavyweight title, the Mid-South Tag Team title, alongside the Junkyard Dog. The mask of Mr. Olympia also had a Jekyll and Hyde effect, that is. With the mask, he was the all-American hero, while without it, he tossed aside all the rules as Mr. Perfect Jerry Stubbs. He held the Southeastern Heavyweight title, the Southeastern Tag Team title 3 times with Arn Anderson, the Continental Heavyweight title twice, and the Continental Tag Team title 4 times with Tony Anthony. With or without the mask, Mr. Olympia, Mr. Perfect Jerry Stubbs was a success. After leaving the ring for good, he returned to Georgia and law enforcement work. It is at this time we would like to honor our friend Jerry Stubbs with a Legend Award. Here to accept the award for Jerry Stubbs is Ray Hall.
Well, I mean, it's like you say, there's a resume he had, but he was a person. I tell you what, he wouldn't do for not coming and being here today because of illness. You know how that pollen is and everything, and everybody has allergies. And I talked to him last night and everything. He said he sure missed everybody, and how he looks forward to seeing everybody next year, he said. But I will give this to him. You know, we've got, me and him's getting together. He's always calling me, and he was the type person that when he wrestled and everything, and I was refereeing his match, he He's like you say, Mr. Purple, how'd I look? My shoelaces in, as my tights pulled down and everything. Looked all right and everything. And I'd laugh at him and I said, well, Jerry, your hair's kind of out of place there. But you know, Jerry always was a jokester. But the main thing about it, he had his heart in it all the time. And I will give this to him and let him know. Thank you.
Our Pioneer Award this year goes to a man. He was always an athlete in his native South Carolina and entered the wrestling business in the late 60s. 60s, not 50s, because I damn sure don't want him mad at me. Very soft-spoken, very handsome. He was a hit in every territory he appeared in. Besides the Carolinas, he had major success in Georgia, where he teamed with Argentina Apollo to hold the City of Macon Tag Team titles. With the All-South promotion, he held the Georgia Television title and the Georgia Tag Team title along with Super Gladiator Ricky Hunter. In Florida, he was the Florida Television Champion and had a major feud with an old rival, the assassin Jody Hamilton, that packed arenas across the state. He ventured to Canada and would hold both the British Empire Heavyweight Crown and the Commonwealth Heavyweight title. After his retirement, he settled back in his native South Carolina, where he still makes his home. It is with a lot of humility, because of who the man is and knowing his history, that I'm able to introduce to you our Pioneer Award winner, Tommy Siegler.
Well, I want to thank all of you for even realizing when he's talking about somebody that was me. I really enjoyed all the years I was in this business. My first match was over here on the other side of Pensacola, over there. And that was my first match, and the next 2,000 matches I had for about 4 months was in Australia, 2 months in New Zealand, 2 or 3 months up in Canada, about 6 months up in Puerto Rico. My last match was over in Asia, Singapore. But I did enjoy everything I did, all the people I knew, all the matches I had. And I'm just glad now that I can come to some place like this, see all of y'all, all the fans, and all the other guys that I've wrestled with. Thank you very much.
Ida, could you step up here for a moment, please, Miss Ida Fields? I think it's only fitting that the Lee Fields Award be given out by Ida.
Joey Turner, would you please come to the stand? Joey was with us even at racing at a young age. He used to work stop and go. He has phlebitis, and his blue jeans got so tight on his leg we had to cut him off, but he wouldn't stop working. He was a hard worker, and he called Lee Papa, and he called me Mama. And there's no one any more deserving for this award than Joey. Love you.
Thank you. I've been with y'all for a while, working the sound, and continue as long as you need me. Thank you.
Our last award this morning is the Man of the Year, the Speedy Hatfield Award. This man made his first appearance in the Gulf Coast area in the around mid-56 and quickly became popular fan favorite. He would be in and out of the area for the next 2 decades. He was also a favorite in the Midwest area of the country as perennial challenger to NWA World Junior Heavyweight Champion Danny Hodge. Folks, that right there says a lot in itself. In '63, he won the Texas Junior Heavyweight title, and 2 years later was recognized as the United States Junior Heavyweight Champion. In '69, he was arguably the most successful year of his career. During the year, he held the Alabama State Heavyweight title, Alabama State Heavyweight title, and the City of Mobile Championship. He also held the Gulf Coast Tag Team title along with Cowboy Bob Kelly, the City of Laurel Tag Team title with Ken Lucas. In the early '70s, he relocated to the Indianapolis area and took on Native America persona as Chief Bobby Bold Eagle. He formed a very successful tag team with another Native American, Billy Redcloud. In '74, Bobby Bold Eagle ventured to Georgia when he teamed with Chief Little Eagle to hold the All-South version of the Georgia tag team titles. He returned to Indianapolis, where he still resides in retirement. Unfortunately, he's not here this year, but he is still with us. His name is Bob Boyer. And I think it would be fitting, if you would, Mr. McMurray, to come up and accept this on his behalf, because I know you and Bob are good friends.
I didn't know Bob until I started coming to the reunion, my first reunion was in 1995. And we used to stack up over there at the old Red Roof Inn. And I had, my room was on one side, his was always on the other side. We got to be friends and we cut up like a couple of idiots. Well, things haven't changed. We're both still a couple of idiots in our own way. I have not seen Bob in quite a while, and I've lost touch with him. I'm just hoping the good Lord's taking care of him, because he's worth everything. Thank you.
Come on up, buddy. Uh-oh. I can't.
Well, I never knew this gentleman. I didn't know this gentleman, but I know his son. This next award is the Posthumous Award. And this gentleman had many years of success as a member of the gospel singing groups, the Florida Boys, the Dixie Echoes, and owning and operating a successful motor supply company. In the late 70s, this gentleman became involved in the world of professional wrestling when he started his tri-state promotion based in Pensacola and promoted shows not only in the surrounding area, but in Alabama and Georgia as well. This gentleman has had many well-known names for the old Gulf Coast days wrestling alongside the coming wrestlers to draw large crowds on a regular basis. All through the tri-state promotion, although the tri-state promotion only lasted relatively a short time, but it is fondly remembered by fans and wrestlers alike still to this day. Sadly, this gentleman left us on October 14, 2017, but he lives on in the hearts of all of us that had the pleasure of knowing him and working alongside of him. The 2018 Posthumous Award is awarded to the late great Joel Wickens.
Okay, y'all, I'm going to try this. I can't express to each of you how fortunate I was to have my father as my father. I was blessed more than I should have been. But when he got into the business of professional wrestling, no, I was not allowed to do anything but set up a ring and set up concessions. I had to earn a spot. Ann Vaughn is here. She remembers those days, a little snotty-nosed 17-year-old kid who thought he knew everything and knew nothing. Her husband actually smartened me up in a little room, half that size with a late Dick Dunn, and I got my first chance to referee. If my mother was here, she wouldn't want you to remember him as being a promoter of professional wrestling, though she would be honored that you did. She would more rather you remember him as a husband, a father, and as Curtis Smith can tell you, a friend. When a lot of the boys didn't have money to have a car fixed, he had their car repaired for them. Just bring me some money when you can. And in the wrestling business, how often does that happen on a when you can get paid? All of them knew that he was doing it from his heart, and they all paid him off. Every single one of them came back and paid him. He had a love for professional wrestling and a love for people. A love for family. So I'm very touched and honored to receive this award on behalf of my family. But more importantly, I'm honored that he showed me what it is to love. And I'm able to share that love with each and every one of you today. Most humbly, on behalf of the Wiggins family, I thank you all for this. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the longest standing traditions here is when we stand up and hold hands in a circle of friendship. The one thing that we've learned when we talk to our pastor, Bobby Simmons, he will tell you that a chain is only as strong as its weakest link. He has said here more than one occasion that there is more love in this building than there is in a lot of churches on Sunday mornings. If you are here and you don't feel the love that's in this building, you need to take a look at yourself, because there's a lot of love up in this building. Every year the challenge has gone out. Before you leave today, find somebody and tell them that you love them. Every year we lose somebody, and our links are getting smaller, but then they grow because we bring new people in. And that circle continues to this day. In closing, for the reunion for 2018, let's find at least 3 people today and tell them that we love them. Tell them what they mean to us. And now if we would, let's all rise, join hands as the music plays. safe travels, and God bless.
Hope you enjoyed this video. If you didn't make it to the Wrestlers reunion this year, I highly recommend that you come. I'll see you there next year.